Castles? Crusades? What's that all about? Stick around and we'll find out. Old Man Grognard here, and today we are going to look at Castles and Crusades by Trollord Games. Now, I really enjoy this game. It was made back in the 3D20 days. Not quite a retro clone, but close. They basically took 3rd edition and reworked it from the ground up and made it a lot easier to play. I really think this should be the successor instead of Pathfinder, but that's me. Now, the cover I showed you is the Castles and Crusades flip book, but we'll get to that in a minute. This is what you're going to be looking for or finding on the web. You have the Player's Handbook and the Monsters and Treasure Book. Now, they also have a Castle Keeper's Guide, but that's optional. It has a lot of nice stuff for the Castle Keeper, which is what they call the Game Master. And those two books are out there. Castles and Crusades was written by Dave Chevalier, it's French. Sorry, Dave. Dave Chenot and Mac Golden. Dave Chenot and Mac Golden. Got it. And what they did was they came up with a Siege Engine. Now, the Siege Engine is basically a reworking of things like saving throws and stats. You still have the six stats. Anybody familiar with Dungeons and Dragons of any edition will recognize most of this stuff. First of all, it has 6 stats like regular D&D, but everything is, a lot of things, well, I should say most things are based off of that. For instance, the saving throws. You have 6 saving throws instead of 5, and they will be based on your stats here, your 6 stats. And if you have a character sheet like what I have here, it really outlines it. It'll outline it in the book. The gameplay is really smooth. It's ascending armor class, but it moves. It really does move. It's a lot of help. It's a lot of help. Now, here's how it goes for things like saving throws and can I climb the wall, things like that. What you do is you find out which stat it's based on. Say climbing is on strength, dodging, dexterity, whatever. So what you do is every character has what they call primary and secondary stats. That's done in character creation. Classes modify that. Also, demi-humans don't get as many as humans. And what happens is if you have to make a roll over a target number. Okay, not my favorite thing to do because as a GM I hate 12. Yeah, you got to go over 12. Well, here's how it works. With primary stats, the minimum is 12. If it's a non-primary, the minimum is 18. So what you do is, okay, if you're going to trying to make a dodge roll or a dex roll, okay, it's a dex roll, fine. And your dex happens to be your primary. So the GM would start with 12 and add or subtract to that. If it was non-primary, it would be an 18 and add and subtract to that. And that's basically it. It's the same, attack versus armor class thing and things like that. The monster book is very robust. It has all the the usual suspects, orcs, goblins, dragons, you name it, in there. And they've come up with a really nice layout. Here's from the 2 books I was talking about, not the flip book. And this is a page that the 2 books are in color. The flip book is in black and white, but you get the same layout. It's a nice 2-page layout, real easy to read. And it's just, I find it works better with me. And they've said when they started this, when they first brought it out in 2000, early 2000s, let me put it that way. They said it was like the Rosetta Stone of D&D, because you can use anything from like basic D&D on up to play this game. Easy conversion for everything. Now, this was before 4th edition came out, or 5th, but I'm guessing it still holds true. And it's just a really great game it's nice and it's meaty enough, but it's loose enough to let the DM, or the GM, I should say, rulings, not rules. He can give a situation, he can either assign a target number of it, or just like, okay, go ahead and roll. Okay, you made it, fine, do it. That kind of thing. I love that kind of stuff anyway. But anyway, what was I talking about? My favorite is the flip book. This is the book I have. It has the player's handbook on one side, you flip it over, and it's the Monsters and Treasure book, which is the 2 books you need to play. I like this so much, I actually got the digest version, which when they still had digest versions, even though I couldn't read it without my glasses. I liked it that much, and this thing's get a little worn. The reason I'm kind of hesitant to, I wish I'd tell you about the other 2 books, and I'm hesitant to push this one is because it's getting hard to find. I'm not going to say it's out of print, but it's getting hard to find. In fact, I've written Troll Lord, and they haven't answered me yet. So I don't know. Now, you can buy these in PDF form through Troll Lord Games. I'll put the stuff down there. And you can also, I believe, get it through Drive-Thru and RPG Now on PDF. From Troll Lord, the flip book, when you can find it, is about $29.99. That's the list price. But I've seen it like Noble Knight and other places for like $25, maybe less. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know what they're going to do with it. I hope they're going to reprint it. But the Player's Handbook on the Troll Lord site, it runs you about $29.99 for a Player's Handbook and $29.99 for the Monsters and Treasure. Hence why I like this book. And if you want to pay another $10 more, you can get that and the PDF in a bundle. So, because I'm all about having PDF versions of my books, just so I can have them on a tablet or whatever. And if I need to print something out, like, I don't know, character sheets or like magic lists or something like that, I can do it right there from the PDF. That's why I like those. But this is one of my favorites. I'm kind of running an off and on campaign in my own Monday group with this. I'm not right now because I'm involved in a show, so I can't be there, a stage show. So I run this as soon as I can get back to the group. Anyway, if you want to tell me about it, you want to talk about it, you want to complain about it, there's always oldmangrognard@gmail.com. And until then, or I should say until next time, bye-bye.